Hi everyone. We're about 20 metres from my front garden, and these are the kangaroos at the end of my street. They don't like me talking while I'm videoing them. They think I'm a bit too close, even though I'm on the other side of the fence. It's a little reserve at the end of the street. When I say little, it's big enough to have 200 kangaroos in it. They're just eastern greys. So, as you can see, these are little fluffy ones. There's much bigger ones than these guys around in there. All the girls have, you can see whether I can zoom in. All the girls have orange tags in their ears because they've been birth controlled. A bit of a population problem in there. I can see from where I am, I can see sort of a bunch of them sort of hiding in the bushes, but you know, video doesn't really show those guys. There's little guys over there. They're often at the end of my street in the mornings. Oh, he's going to have a relax. She's going to have a relax, I should say. Strange little animals. Anyway, we're here because we're going to do a garden tour. So we're going to pop back up to my street. I'll just do a little turn around and show you. So my house is just before that car up there. Sorry, the four-wheel drive facing us. Always know it's spring when the blossoms come out. Some kind of weeping camellia. It was here when we bought the house. Really love it. It's got a real sort of Japanese bells sort of look. There's a few new things in this front garden, but the giant pig face, giant portulacula. Oops, hang on, I shouldn't stand there. Is really thrilled with life. This was a very dry garden and we filled it up with different types of pig faces and succulents. This one's the giant one. I'm not sure that it's actually a portulacula, but it's an Australian native as far as I know. In there, we've got a couple of mullein plants that we've popped in. They don't seem to mind the shade. It'll get quite dry in there, but they should be okay. The diosma is flowering like absolute mad. And here's the front garden. So I've cut back the Towers Castle wormwood and it's thrilled. Next to it is a Greek sage. It's really pungent. Wow, words. It's early. Probably use it as an incense sage, I think. Has that same sort of strong smell like the white sage. Tansy's had a cutback, looking quite fluffy. Some yarrows at the front, and of course the white sages. A very dewy evening here. A purple sage and a variegated sage and some strawberries there. The large rondelle is the evening primrose. Haven't seen any flowers on that yet. There's a few herb roberts. There's herb roberts everywhere in my garden. That little rondelle is a woad. I'm going to be picking some of those and trying to ferment the leaves to get the blue dye, the famous blue dye. Everything's starting to come back. It's not all back. There's some sort of bare patches in the garden at the moment, but the rosemary is thrilled with life. It's turned out very fluffy. We've got a California poppy that overwintered in the greenhouse, and then if we can see, oops, it looks like someone's been at them in the in the night, but I did have some poppy seedlings there. Maybe we've lost those overnight, which would be unfortunate. Herb robert everywhere. That's a patchouli that's looking a little sad, but it will come back very shortly. Some vervain, actual vervain. Lemon savoury. So all the things that you used to sing in the videos. Of course, I missed the blossoming of the peach tree because, you know, it was cold and I was coughing. Feverfew's going nuts. Chamomile still happy. Those are the German chamomiles. I'm going to have to put some more Roman chamomiles in. Different ones turning out to be annuals and perennials in this garden. Obviously different types of sunlight and things like that. Lemon verbena, looking a bit scraggly, but still made it through the winter. Never cut back your lemon verbena too hard because all of those little nodules will be leaves and branches. So don't cut it back to the base when it's winter because you're wasting a lot of growth. This is Buck's, the calendula from Buck's garden, still going all through winter. Obviously that's fine. I still might cut it back and let the seeds that I've got come up. More herb robert, needs to do a harvest of that. The St. John's wort, large dewy mullein, so beautiful. More chamomile that I've transplanted. My darling skullcap has just started to come up, as has the marshmallow that we cut back last year. That's a clary sage, it's still going. I'm getting dripped on from the trees. A few bit bare in the back of here, but we've got some betony that's hiding under the mullein, which will get hidden by the mullein very shortly. Some lady's mantle, valerian. This one is Secretaria Vindus. It's one of the partners of Big Happy for ayahuasca. Over here, of course, our gotu-kola is going as mad as it was before. There's some yarrow buried in there. Bit of Queen Anne's lace and some helichrysum. That's false licorice. The orris root really needs to be divided, so it's a bit late, but I'll probably do it anyway. Second year catnip and some more skullcap there. A little bit of lemon balm. I think that's a cross though, I think we've discussed that before. More fluffy yarrow. And we're back over at the hyssop. Oh, that's self-heal. Then we turn around. Got some lavenders. A couple of different lavenders. Alehoof. Hellebores over there in the sunlight, the end of their flowering. Leonidas. Got a little pomegranate in amongst the azalea and the daisies. And there. Over to the very shady garden. Borage. Amazing, amazing borage. I just adore these flowers. They're going to come out and I'm going to make a adrenal tonic so that you can hear the wattlebird in the background. It's a noisy little bugger that wakes us up at 6 AM every morning. I've transplanted some of the gotu-kola over here. Oh, cat's very unhappy that I won't let him outside. In amongst the ferns, got a woman drake there. So that's all the mandrake that's sarsaparilla. Actually, we just climb into the garden a bit. You can see a golden seal there, gosha collar behind it. Not much else to see in here aside from the ferns. Lovely little Corsican mint. I do like Corsican mints. There's obviously hundreds of camellia petals, thousands of camellia petals in here. There's a few other things that might pop up. But we'll have to see. There's cohosh and stuff in there, but not sure it survived the winter. Pop over to the other side of the garden. So in here we've got some tree wormwood, lemon scented pelargonium. So that's a lovely little plant for lemon scented things. That's a celandine, greater celandine. In the back here we've got 3 different elders. A little variegated one down there, and another little baby melon plant. And that's about it for this side of the garden. I will pop out the back. Most of the things in the greenhouses need some serious love and attention. They've just been left to their own devices through the winter, really. We've got some some little belladonna veluteas who are just coming back. Oops. And some very noisy magpies climbing around on the roof. Sorry if there's a fair bit of noise. The wattlebirds are just deciding who they're going to mate with for the year. Tea plant is tea, so that's tea camellia obviously. It's popping up. We've had some flowers on the coltsfoot and it's now popping up. The Siberian ginseng has come back all fluffy, which is lovely, and here is the hawthorn, which is just throwing out its first leaves, which will be gorgeous. Little yew is happy. He doesn't look it, but he is happy. Obviously all the figs are getting their leaves. Madder, I need to harvest that root. That's my blackthorn, which is just budding. You can see, it's a bit boring, isn't it? Show you bare sticks. We've got some mints and some more feverfews in here. If anyone wants feverfew, please let me know. My thuja and a few more wormwoods there. So Douglasii and camphor. Some mints. First of the comfreys just sprung back up over there. Horseradish is thinking about coming back. It's such a sad little garden in the winter, but you know, these things are what we go through. This is a Camellia. So how else we say it? Camellia zacatecchichi. Another dream herb. We'll be making some beautiful things with that this year. Linden, my little linden tree. It'll get to 40 metres eventually. Oregon grape, another thing that'll resprout. Some more coltsfoot. You can see the little... Okay, so when you see coltsfoot flowers, they kind of look like dandelions, but when they're flowering, because they're little yellow flowers, right? But they're bare because you very rarely have leaves at the same time, and the flower stems are scaled. So that's your main point of difference, or your really obvious point of difference. Some belladonnas I broke up, so a few of those around. I still have some more belladonnas to break up. We might do a little video this afternoon for that. These are the belladonnas I got from Stacey. So we've got Corsic, how do we say that? Caucasica, and a Camarov. That's a Corsica. And then we've got the Komarovi. sounds Russian. Of course, our lovely mandrakes, which you would have seen a few videos with. And a few fused hellebores. Some mugworts over here. And the hops plants just budding too. You can see down the bottom. These plants that look completely dead, but are obviously just about to bud. Should do a little weeding, shouldn't we? Oh, and so many aloe veras that pot really needs to be broken up. It's all that spring cleaning that we really need to do in the garden. It's been so wet that you just haven't wanted to come out here, you know, aside from to touch and talk to them.